Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're 55 or older, you know that retirement isn't some far-off concept anymore. It's pretty much the next exit on the highway of life. So today we're going to unfold the map. We're talking about an essential blueprint to make sure you pull into that destination feeling confident and totally secure. So let me ask you, when you think about the word retirement, what's the very first feeling that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's this weird mix, right? On one hand, you're excited for what's next, but on the other, let's be real, there's a little bit of anxiety about all the unknowns. And you know what? That is completely normal. In fact, these are the big four worries that keep a lot of folks up at night. You've got inflation eating away at your savings, the crazy ups and downs of the market, all the questions around Social Security, and of course, the one that's always on our minds, the rising cost of healthcare. If any of that sounds familiar, trust me, you are in very good company. But here is the most important thing I want you to hear today. It is absolutely not too late. Seriously, the years you have right now, these are your power years. This is your window of opportunity to make some really meaningful changes and take back control of your financial future. So that's what this is all about. We are going to walk through a clear, actionable blueprint, step by step, to help you build a retirement plan that actually works for you. All right, part one. This is all about defining your vision. Why? Because before we even think about touching a spreadsheet or a calculator, we have to paint a picture of what we're actually working towards. This is the why behind all the numbers. Think of it as dreaming, but with a real purpose. So I want you to take a second and really ask yourself, what does that life look and feel like? Do you see yourself moving somewhere sunny, or are you staying put to be close to the grandkids? Are you going to sell the big family house and downsize, freeing up a bunch of cash and time? Or hey, maybe retirement for you doesn't mean stopping work completely, but finally getting to do that passion project you've always dreamed about. Okay, once you have that vision, it's time to kind of put a price tag on it. But here's a pro tip. Whatever you figure out for your yearly expenses, I want you to add a 2 to 4% buffer right on top. Just build it in. Think of this as your personal financial shield against inflation. It's what makes sure the retirement you're planning for today is the one you can actually afford 20 years from now. With that vision and budget getting clearer, the next move is a full financial inventory. It's time to gather up every single statement. Your 401ks, your IRAs, any pensions you might have, even those old HSAs you might have forgotten about. And then on the other side, you list out everything you owe, your mortgage, car loans, any credit card debt. Get it all down on paper. All right, vision is set. Now let's get into part two, building your action plan. This is where we switch gears from dreaming to doing. We're talking about proactive financial moves you can make starting like today. We're going to focus on four key things here: attacking that high-interest debt, making the most of catch-up contributions, using the secret power of an HSA, and getting your investments organized with something called the bucket method. Let's kick this off with a number that should really get your attention: $7,500. This is their magic of catch-up contributions. If you're over 50, the government literally gives you a financial fast lane. You can sock away an extra $7,500 into your 401k in 2025. This is a huge opportunity to supercharge your savings. And that opportunity doesn't stop there. Over in your IRA, you can add an extra $1,000. Now, I know it seems smaller, but don't sleep on this. Every single dollar you add now gets more time to grow and compound on its own, tax-deferred, which just means you're not paying taxes on the growth year after year. It's like giving your money a serious head start. Now let's talk about what might be the most powerful and honestly, the most underrated retirement tool out there, the Health Savings Account, or HSA. The magic here is its triple tax advantage, which you just don't see anywhere else. Your contributions are tax deductible, the money grows tax-free, and you can pull it out tax-free for medical costs. It is an absolute financial powerhouse for what will likely be one of your biggest expenses in retirement. So how do you organize all your investments? Well, the bucket method is a simple but pretty brilliant way to do it. You just create two buckets. Bucket number one is for your short-term needs, think 1 to 3 years of living expenses, and you keep it in safe, liquid stuff like cash. Bucket number two is for long-term growth. This setup isn't just smart financially, it's also a psychological game changer. It lets you sleep soundly at night knowing your immediate bills are covered, which frees up your long-term money to actually grow without you panicking over every little market dip. Okay, moving on to part three, future-proofing your nest egg. This is all about playing the long game and making sure you're ready for some of life's biggest curveballs. One of the absolute biggest financial decisions you are ever going to make is when to claim Social Security. And just look at this chart. Patience literally pays off. For every single year you wait past your full retirement age, all the way up to 70, your monthly benefit grows by about 8%. That's not a maybe. That's a guaranteed inflation-adjusted return on your patience that can mean a much more comfortable life for decades to come. Now, here's something you have to plan for if you're thinking of retiring before you turn 65. It's called the Medicare gap. Basically, you're not eligible for Medicare yet, so you need a bridge to cover your health insurance. Your main options are usually COBRA from your old job, hopping on a plan from the healthcare marketplace, or if you're lucky, getting on your spouse's plan. And now for a number that can be a serious wake-up call. Take a look at this. Over $8,000. That's what long-term care, like assisted living or in-home care, could cost you per month. Let that sink in for a second. This is exactly why planning for this possibility, whether it's through insurance or a dedicated savings fund, isn't just a good idea. It's an absolute must. And that brings us to our last and maybe most important section, Part 4, Plan Your Purpose. Because you know what? A truly successful retirement is about so much more than just the money in your bank account. Think about it like this. For decades, your entire week has been structured around work. Now, all of a sudden, you have this amazing blank canvas of 40-plus hours every single week. What are you going to do with it? Will you travel, volunteer for that cause you're so passionate about, finally learn how to play the guitar? Don't wait until day one of retirement to figure this out. Start dreaming and planning for it now. Because planning your purpose is every bit as important as planning your portfolio. So here's the bottom line. It's all about taking action. Get that full financial picture laid out. Max out those contributions while you still have a paycheck coming in. Start looking for expenses you can trim today, not sometime down the road. And look, seriously consider talking to a financial advisor who can help you put all these pieces together in a way that makes sense for you. So, we're going to leave you with this final question. Don't let this just be another thing you watched and forgot about. Ask yourself right now, what is the one thing you will do this week, just one small thing, to take control of your retirement plan? Because that, right there, is how you turn this blueprint into your reality.